So Bill Barilko is one of the legends of Toronto Maple Leafs history. Young kid, grows up in Timmins, Ontario, immigrant parents who didn't know anything about hockey, didn't know anything about Timmins when they moved there. Bill had played school hockey, nothing more. He was several years behind his brother. Terrible student, embellished by the fact that he skipped school all the time to practice his skating. But his real skill was body checking. He was a terrific defensive defenseman. And he and his brother got scouted. They get sent to Hollywood. Bill plays for the Hollywood Wolves in the Pacific Coast Hockey League. Because it's Hollywood, the publicists at the time saw some synergy with the Hollywood actors and actresses. They get the good-looking boy from the hockey team to squire the starlets around, and they would get their pictures in the magazines and the newspapers at the time, so he became Hollywood Bill Barilko. The Leafs go through some injuries. They call down to their American Hockey League affiliate to say, can you send up some defensemen? So he calls down to the Hollywood Wolves. It goes down 4 levels. He said, look, is there anybody who can play 3 or 4 games with us? So they send Bill Barilko to Toronto. First game is in Montreal against the Canadiens. They lose terribly. But the star of the game is Bill Barilko, who knocks Maurice Richard onto his behind, and Butch Bouchard and Elmer Locke, all of the stars at that particular time. What ended up starting to be 3 or 4 games ends up being 5 seasons. And during those 5 seasons, the Maple Leafs win the Stanley Cup on 4 occasions. A guy who couldn't skate that well was told not to cross center ice. Don't gamble, Bill, it's overtime. Scores the Stanley Cup winning goal in 1951.
Barilko has won the Stanley Cup for the Leafs. Barilko tipped it into the net while McNeil was left all by himself.
So he goes away on a fishing trip that summer with his dentist. On their way back, they refuel along the way, and then they never are heard from again. They keep his equipment in his stall. The number 5 is still in the program through the 1951-52 season. Finally, they realize that Bill isn't coming back. 11 years later, they find the remains of the plane that Dr. Henry Hudson and Bill Barilko had been in. That's the same year that the Maple Leafs win the Stanley Cup. The legend of Bill Barilko, the curse of Bill Barilko, is broken 11 years later.